All right, today we're gonna bring a Best Way Flowclear. It's a sand filter. We're gonna set it up on our pool here, and we're gonna replace the old filter and put this more powerful filter in here. My recommendation is make sure that you have the actual space for this and the power connection too. So we're gonna set this up and let you guys see how it goes. So let's go ahead and set it up. All right, here we got the whole everything that we've included. They give you the actual pump itself right here, all the manuals included, top of the pump, and it has a gauge. If you guys can see, this is necessary to see the pressure on it. So we're gonna set this up and see how it looks. All right, we're gonna replace this one. We need more power and actually to generate more pump filter, so we're gonna actually use a sand filter here, if you guys can see it. Now we're gonna fill it up where it says maximum to minimum. You have to fill it with sand, fill it with water, but make sure when you fill it with water, make sure it settles first. We're gonna connect this one and replace it in the bottom. Now what you guys can see is there's a drainage where if you're gonna replace the sand every 3 years, recommendation to replace the sand, you can just loosen it up there. It has some, if you guys see the indentation, they actually fall in place right here where you guys see it. It falls in place right there, and it will move from any place. If you don't have an unstable ground, I would suggest maybe lifting it up with a couple of bricks, long bricks, similar to what I have in the corners. You can do that, but today we're just gonna set it up and fill it up and get this going. All right, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna fill it up with sand, add the cover. All right, add this cover so none of the sand will go in through there, and just keep an eye on the filter. Keep filling up more water, so you can see the line is right here, and we're right in the line where the sand. You can't see the sand right now, but it'll clear off right now, and it'll tell you exactly how much water you need to add. Add water every pour. This is very important to cover it up, but you don't need it once you set it up. You have to remove this. This is just to prevent it from throwing any sand in the center. So we're set for the next step. Next step, there's a puzzle piece. There's indentations in here. You just marry them together, all right? But what you want to do, make sure it's not hitting the back. Marry them, the joints, marry the joints in there, and you should be good. And we're ready to actually mount the top of it and start working it. All right, next step, we're gonna marry these two, and there's a screw that you have to put it in there, so just be careful not to drop the nut, right? Put it in there. Has to open up so you could grab onto the other second section. All right, they have to be married. Both of them have to be married because it's going to pop out. You have to open it up completely. So C is going to go into this section here where we're going to have it C. They're labeled C, and this one says C on the side of it. Lock it up. There we go. Both sides, make sure they're married. The old filters, the filtration system, if you guys notice, we'll remove that one out, and then we're gonna cap it up. All right, we're gonna put a cap so we can start draining and replacing the filter. So we're gonna cap this one in here. All right, make sure it's nice and tight. Do the same thing for the other one. Remove that one. All right, now that we have the old filter, the old pump, we're gonna actually add this T here, and this one you got to make sure you put the actual seal in here, right? The oval ring in here goes in here. You can leave these together. You don't have to remove these. They're about the same thing, but you are gonna have to disconnect them, and you're gonna have to replace this T, this older T, You guys can see it with the new one. All right, use the same, you could use the same actually holes, except for this one. You're going to replace this one too. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, we did cap it up on the other side already, so we're going to drain the water out a little bit. All right, drain the water, drain the water, both sides. Replace this one with that one, cap it back, lock it in place. Make sure that one's in there. Remove the other one, unlock this one. We can get one of the long white holes that you have. Make sure you put this one in there. You guys can see it. Goes in there. It will go in here first, if you guys see the seal. Tight. Now we go to the other section, which is B section in the back. I'm going to show you guys in a bit. We're going to actually connect the B section now in the back. And we could put an O-ring here too, so it's recommended. So let's do that. From A to A. Put this one in here because it goes in through properly in here, alright? Connect this one. It's one of them. Put this in here. This one's to drain out. Open this real quick to see what's in there. To remove the basket, it's simple. Basket comes out. Any trash that's in here, it won't penetrate to the other side. And you can just seal it back. It's done. Got water. It's leaking right here. Right here, we see a leak. We're going to stop it in a bit, but that's what we want to see, where it's leaking from. So we're going to leak from here and here. So we're going to stop it and put a seal in here. All right, you need to cap it up again. I'm going to remove this. Put the cap in here. Seal. Cool. Make sure it's sealed. We're going to do the same thing here. All right, we're going to turn it on again, see where it comes, any water pressure coming on. All right, so let's go ahead and turn it on. And of course, look at the pressure. We're a good pressure right now. Not that bad. You don't want to see it below. We're actually getting some air escaping, but we're going to actually work on some of the details. I'm going to tie this up a little bit more. We're going to drain it out. So that's one thing you have to do. Drain it out first of all, so you could get rid of any debris that's included in the sand, and then you're supposed to turn it on. But that's the recycle part. The two important one is the backwash and the rinse. That's what you're going to need to clean the actual filter. Once you put in new sand, you have to do this at least once in a while so you could drain out some of the dirty stuff in there, and then you could cycle back the water. Plenty of ways to do it, so I'll put some instructions. Clean. Now once you get it up to clean, you got to make sure you have this key long. I have a long hose so it could drain the water, so I could keep my filter clean. I'll put the instructions in here so you guys can see it. I got a little wet because I didn't tie it up enough, but it's working now. So let's go ahead and continue. Water is clear. We're making sure that the water is clear. We're doing a backwash, and then we're going to rinse. All right, so that's very important. Now let's put the filters on. Put this one. These go in B section. So we're going B section. Easy. When things left over, but because we used the existing stuff that we had from our old pump, we didn't need these because we noticed we have them already in place. This is crucial anytime you're going to replace the sand. Is recommendation every 3 years. They give you a couple different scenarios if you want to leak. If you want to get a hose attachment to actually leak some and control the flooding when you're gonna recycle the water, it means that you're gonna clear it. This is what you will use. They have extra caps for you guys adapters, and these are very critical. The actual seal caps, if you guys can see this, and then these are the ones that are very unique, and you got to make sure you got a couple of them in hand because they do break from time to time if you keep opening and closing them. I suggest maybe give it a couple of them, but they give you one extra one, which I like. And then these are another adapter that they give you, and that's because there's a different adapter for different hoses too. So you can use this for multiple hoses too, if you guys can see, from a 1 inch to 2.5 up there. That's a demonstration in the corner in the back. So another critical thing, always keep your caps, because you're gonna need to drain the actual machine once in a while. Pressure is not enough pressure, you need to clean up either the filter system. It's okay, it's quiet, it's not loud, and it's working very good. The pressure on it, you could actually see more pressure than the last pump that I had. Clean up your things. If you want to elevate the actual filter, you can do that, but do it before you add the sand. Very important. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video.